we're continuing again. Pokemon Sapphire. 2 badges in. We bought that. We're gonna go on Route 106. Go fight a few things. Got another Fisherman. So we are through a very short route here, but we're gonna go ahead. I want to take a look and see what HMs I have here. We only have touch. I want to go back and not mean to scale back. Don't do this. Did not mean to sail back. I meant to press no. Used up a lot of heal for no reason. Sailing all the way back. Steven. Who is Steven? Remind myself who Steven is. I don't remember who Steven is. Okay, let's see. Actually, Steven may have been... gonna go in here. This is a cave called Granite Cave. There, that's right, Steven is out here. Ninkata is able to use Flash. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on Ninkata. The fog of war situation with Scratch and knock down the Makohita to a spot where I can just go and throw a ball at it. Speaking of which, I should buy more. When I'm below 10, when you're below 10, it's usually a good idea to get more, because you may get in a position where you want to catch something and you want to make sure you have enough. Go back. Bats are pretty common in caves, really across Pokemon games. Let's go back and get some new Great Balls. Oh wait, I don't think this place has a Pokemart, actually. Alright, so I actually will go all the way back just to go back to Pelbur, get some more items, and then come back. Town, which is east. Always good to buy Poké Balls in 10 at a time because you get a Premier Ball with it. Kind of neat. Go and take the boat back. Steven is in the cave. I'm gonna go ahead and look for Steven. Scratch and not knock out the dude in one hit. Get down to a red. Now we can throw a Pokeball at it. Captive here. Escape rope allows you to jump out of, you can escape out of caves, which can be a useful thing. But since we have Flash here, I'm just going to go ahead and use Flash. We can actually see where we're going. Helpful thing. The big thing you want to do is keep moving east until you end up hitting a wall. Which I'm not doing right here because I actually moved down a little bit, but I'm going to use a less damage attack to try to knock down the Aron, but I think I may end up just knocking it out if I do it any other way. Get a good... trying to get it down to yellow, and then I'm going to throw balls at the Aron. The other two, double kick and Ember are going to knock it out, so I don't want to use those. Catching some Pokemon. So you actually want to keep going east like this. And then you want to go south, east. Towards the lantern. Repel is always an option in these kind of sections, but that's not what I'm doing. Let's see what Pokemon are out here. A bunch of Pokemon you can catch here. There's Aron's certainly one of them. Zubats, Makuhitos, and I'm gonna go kind of to the west here. A little to the southwest. Up. This is a ghost type, you cannot use Scratch on the same line. I'm going to use Peck just to knock down the health enough to put a ball in it. actually use a Great Ball on it, so I'm gonna still try to keep it. I'm hoping to just use a Poké Ball. Maybe that's not gonna happen. Go ahead and do a heal. I could use Escape Rope, but I don't feel like using it. I'm gonna go ahead and just go back. Repels last for 100 steps. It's not based on time, it's based on steps. Used a lot more balls than I anticipated. I'm gonna go back and get a few more items. Not that we have to go that much further to the next, through the cave, because that's like halfway through the cave, but just for the sake of trying to catch anything that may come up, I'm gonna get a few more items. Use it. May as well heal. Well, actually, I think I just did heal, so. Back over. We're going to go back to looking for Steven. We've healed up. We have more Poké Balls again. We've caught a few Pokemon here. So we just knock out those ones. Run into them. Ember's still the best move. Double Kick is pretty good too. Mostly because Ember does a little more damage. Double Kick seems pretty effective there. Let me see. So we're going to look up summary in terms of moves. Double Kick does do 30 power and hits twice, so there's that, I suppose. It's Double kick probably is a little stronger than Ember. You can go ahead and go back using Flash and then Kata otherwise. It's just a matter of taking things a certain way. Because you can still see a little bit, but you're going to go north and then you're going to go east. Trying to also figure out when I'm gonna end up playing against my role. Figure out where I was headed. I think this is right. out of the dark. Back in the lighted part of the cave. Figure out when I'm gonna play against Amiral in the One Try League in Mario Kart 64. So here's Steven. Steel Wing. Trying to figure out, it might end up being 10 o'clock on Sunday. Still trying to figure that out. There's a possibility of you can do an escape rope, or you can just hop all the way back down. Camera teleport, so you gotta kind of just throw a ball at it right away. Did not catch. That's how the cookie crumbles. Okay, so we can just jump. Down all the way back. We're gonna go towards... Oh, I need to make sure my laptop is charged. Okay, it is charged now. Go ahead and heal. Pokemon Center, and then I'm gonna roll all the way back to town. We'll play at 8 o'clock on Sunday. And I'm just gonna mark the match right now. That'll be a good one. Versus Amiral. I mean, he's a very good player. Not expecting to beat him. 8 a.m. Sunday. We can go all the way to either Slateport or Petalburg. Might as well go to Slateport, so let's do it. to go see Captain Stern, but in the meantime, we are we're moving towards Slateport. We're on a beach on Route 109. Kick is just going to do damage everywhere. For Combuskin at least. At this point, if you've been mainly using your starter, pretty much anyone you use would be at about level 23. Soft Sand. Always good to get new items. So we've got a few. Got Sailor Edmund here, a bunch of Wingles. These trainers aren't very difficult to beat at this stage. Chill in my papa's spot. Place for hot trainers. Highly hot battles. Like you go inside and you've got additional battles. coordinating the match with Amiral. It's gonna be interesting. Water types, but Combustion is so high level, it's not really going to matter. Really, any star you have at the stage is going to be the same. Wingull is a water and flying type, which is double effective against fire and fighting. However, it doesn't really matter because Combustion is really strong. Accept that loss, matey. We got a lot of soda pups. Anyone else I can battle? Fat Tuber. Umbrella. That's gonna bring us all the way up to Slateport City. Market area here. Buy various dolls. You can put in the house and whatnot. Energies. Energies are very useful when you're trying to raise up stats in Pokemon games. That was really the big way to do it in previous games until the most recent games. This is how you would train your Pokemon. Get slight boosts for some of the people we talked to earlier. Going back down here, this was where we garden, we went to the market, and just talk to everyone. You never know what they have sometimes. Pokemon contests were new to Ruby Sapphire. It was a different way to compete other than Pokemon battles. Sinking old ships. Stern Shipyard. See if we can find Stern here. Captain's spot, we're gonna go. So he has gone missing like every important Pokemon person. You can even interact with these kind of things, but sometimes objects you can interact with. Not that that's necessarily the case that much in this game, but it can happen in certain games. RPGs like this. People who like building ships and various things. We look at the bottom part now. Go ahead and heal. Tip there is basically don't just build up one Pokemon, but let's be honest. If you're trying to speedrun the Pokemon game, or you're just trying to get through it fairly quickly, it is actually mostly possible to depend on one, maybe two Pokemon. It's not as ill-fated as that person says. You definitely can do it. Most games. First place you can buy Great Balls, and they're definitely worthwhile. And buy 10 at a time is a way to do it, although it doesn't give you the Premier Ball. At this point, I'm starting to get to the point where it is helpful to get Great Balls. Now that we're heading towards the third gym soon. Club, very cool. Soothe Bell from the fan club. Some of the stuff I think would show up in multiplayer, if I'm recalling. It's been a little while. Name Raider. So that allows you to change names for your Pokemon. I'm not gonna mess with right now. Here's the Pokemon contest area. You can definitely play around with and jump into tournaments. Poké Block case. This is where you can enter into Pokemon contests. Yeah, Pokemon contest area is in the northwest part of town. Harbor here. Can't really do anything with yet, but this is very much a port city, as you can kind of see. The Oceanic Museum. Captain Stern runs it. We're gonna go ahead and jump in. And look what we have. We're gonna go and pay the entrance fee and then TM from an Aqua member. So, Team Magma is the rival team in Pokemon Ruby, but this is not where we're at. In Sapphire, we have Team Aqua. Yeah, we got a new TM here. It's TM46 Thief, which allows you to steal the foe's held item. Various Pokemon games, it's a very useful thing to get certain items because you may need them to evolve and other things like that. Upstairs, who do we have? We found Stern. Team Aqua, we're going to play a bunch of, this would be a Numel battle if this was, Pokemon Pokemon Ruby. Got a second battle with another Team Aqua or Team Magma member. And then you've got kind of the same matchup. Either a Carvana or a Nemo as your second Pokemon. And if you know how to play the game in terms of like using your starter, you can repeat a lot of the same moves over and over. New Pokemon players get in a little bit of a habit of building up teams. Makes sense if you don't necessarily need full teams. Older Pokemon games you could speedrun with a game with a single Pokemon and run through the entire game. Newer games, not as much. You might need two. But the first, like, 5 generations do that. So now that you've won, you can kind of go. We're going to go all the way up. Route 110. The bike path, which we don't really have a bike at this stage. Poké fan Miguel. Amy and Liv. And same idea, you want to really focus on hitting one. It doesn't really matter because Zigzagoon doesn't have much health at all. Combuskin can just take out either one in one move. Now they can just gang up on the remaining. You can also use cut up here a bunch of times. You can just go straight up to the tree as long as someone has cut, and you can go and grab the item. To the guard spec, in this case. Also, some berries up here. The cherry and lepa berries, and then replanting. We've got Trainer 6, which is the Fisherman. Fisherman Andrew. Beat the Fisherman. You can head all the way back over to East, because there is that cycling road not mean it not to. Dire hit. The youngster Timmy. Electric, one more battle here. And just a lot of double kick, a lot of Ember. You can use the other two moves, but they're just not as good at this stage. 7. This would be actually a good spot to go back and heal. I'm gonna run all the way back to the city. Slateport City. Heal before we continue. All the way back over now. East. Oh, darn. Okay, so I am gonna have to paralyzed heal or just go all the way back and heal again. Electric, which is cool. At the same time, I'm going to use a paralyzed heal on Muskin. Perfectly valid to go back to the Pokemon Center and save the money. Great Balls now. You can use a Great Ball. I'm going to go ahead and use them. Balls do have a better catch rate, definitely, than a Poké Ball. It's good for Pokemon that are higher level. And Golden as well. We're adding to that Pokédex. Kick is always good against Zigzagoons because they're normal types. Fighting is effective, is super effective against normal. Here we go, rival. May is the rival because that's the female character here. The male rival, if you were the female character, is Brendan. why we wanted to heal beforehand. Pokemon Trainer May wants to fight. Starting with Shroomish, which could be a Grovyle if your rival started with Mudkip, it'd be Ember is going to work very effectively against Shroomish because of the fire versus grass advantage. I picked Torchic facing Marshtomp, which has the type advantage on Buskin, but is lower level. We're going to go ahead and use our best attack, Double Kick. 2 shots. Well, I got a critical hit on Marshtomp, which is crazy. As you can see, your rival Pokemon's going to be pretty strong. Top Pokemon. Why you want to be fully healed up beforehand. And Numell's the final Pokemon. Numell's gonna be your opponent unless your enemy, your rival, has a Combuskin. Nice quick win. Although Combuskin did take a lot of damage. Continue, but I'm gonna go ahead and go back and heal first after taking that much damage. Let's do a save. It's been a while since we've saved. We're at 253. 2 badges, just under 3 hours in. We are heading towards the gym, the city with the 3rd gym, so. Great Ball. It's a little recalcitrant when we try Great Ball, or I mean Pokeball. Where we fought our rival, Brendan or May. Buskin is healed up. We should be able to just push through with a bunch of double kick moves. And little bit of extra experience in the meantime. Bulk up, replace. Scratch is not a particularly good move. No type advantage. Peck doesn't really either, but Peck at least has can be effective against very certain Pokemon here. I'm gonna go ahead and have it replace Scratch. Over. I have foreseen your intention, some intuitive type. Failed to prophesize my own demise. Not a wild grass situation here. Wing Ball is going to be a water and flying type, which can be useful. Like if you could grab one of a flying type, you may be able to use it to fly later. So. Wing Ball. It's useful to have a flying type. Moving along. Pick up some berries here. Nana berries are another kind of berry that later made it into Pokemon Go. have the sneaky Fisherman. Fisherman Dale. Types as you might expect. Combuskin is so high level, and really whichever starter you're using, if you're just focusing on one starter, getting to ground level 29 here is really the way to go. The big thing is you can get a lot. You don't have to grind the game too much in most Pokemon games. You just need to fight every trainer, and you get a chance to fight. And fight every wild Pokemon for the most part. That's usually going to be enough, with a few exceptions here. The cycling road, we don't have anything yet. Into the city. Check out TVs where you can. At this point you can buy, you can buy a few more items. Great balls are now a thing. It can be useful to hold a few items. I don't tend to use a lot of items, but say like if you need an antidote, another paralyze heal. Yeah, X speed and other things are kind of one-time use. I think it's. Let's see what we got. Got a potion. We've got. Got a paralyze heal. So it can save you a trip. If you have like awakening, I mean your Pokemon can wake up anyway, but again having like a few of these things can be useful. Antidote, same thing with Pokemon. Saves you a Pokemon Center visit. House you gotta go to southeast side, HM06 Rocksmith. HMs, hidden machine moves can be used as many times as you want. On Pokemon, you can't really easily take it off. Compare TMs, but they're multi-use. So that's very useful for accessing certain parts of the map. We have a Rydell Cycles here. You can get a bike, which can really push you quickly, and you can switch between the two, which is kind of cool. Of course, we're going to want to heal. Care too much about what has been in my lineup, but you can always take a look. Someone's PC is going to have your storage. So if I want to deposit a Pokemon like Encata I've used, for example, I might not want to switch that in. Zigzagoon has got Cut, for example, as an item. Say I want to put in Wurmple into the first box. Then I can withdraw a Pokemon like Wingull. Wingull is going to be very interesting because Wingull is a bird. So Wingull is going to be able to fly in the future, so I want that in my lineup. Eventually. Record Center. So this is generally like where you can trade and do battles and stuff. Of course, that's really for multiplayer situations. At the time, you would use a Game Boy Advance and use a link cable and then play with it. Like, okay, we got Rydell. Corners are always kind of fun. This is like a casino setup. So there was someone next door with a coin case. Recall. You get a free Torchic doll, which is cool. Game Corner can be a little fun diversion, but in the meantime, we have the gym, which is blocked off by this guy named Wally. You may recall a Wally from before. I've just healed. Use anything. This is a psychic Pokemon. Ember destroys walls in one go. Very easy. the gym and play for the third gym badge. Electric type gym, Watson. Switch stuff is kind of like Lieutenant Surge in the original game. Red, blue, yellow. Well, I shouldn't say it like that, because there were trash cans in that gym, but it has this. I mean, it still has a very electric feel to it. Double kick is not good, but usually your best choice. First trainer is actually, it's kind of funny, Guitarist Kirk. Magnemite's also a steel type, so fire and fighting types are effective. Both against steel, so. At the next gym, again, it's good to just try to fight every trainer. We got Youngster Ben. And fighting moves very good here. Easy. Guitarist Sean. One more opponent. Which is the fourth trainer, Battle Girl Vivian. So what we have right now is we have a Combuskin, which still has a lot of PP. Otherwise, I would probably try to heal. If I were using any other Pokemon at this point, I probably would try to heal. But because we don't need to heal, we can just kind of go straight for Watson. Watson, shall we electrify you? This is going to be real easy for Combuskin. Combuskin has the type advantage against Magnemite. Magnemite. Very easy, 418 experience there. Next up, we've got Voltorb. Voltorb does not have that. Sonic Boom's an interesting move early on because it does the damage. I mean, level 20 Voltorb is going to do level 20 damage total. Magneton's going to be your toughest battle generally with Watson. However, no need to really worry with. Again, this is just a very favorable matchup for Combusken. It would be a lot tougher if you had the Water Starter, for example. If you start with Mudkip, this would be more challenging. But because Combusken has the type advantage, very quick, very easy. Another gym down just like that. Leader Watson is down. Gave Watson a thrill. Got the Dynamo badge. Got Shockwave as a TM34. That's that. We have 3 badges now, 3 of 8. Pretty good place to be. I'm gonna go ahead and heal, and then we're gonna pause for the night. 3 badges in. Zigzagoon is Zigzagoon's a really good Pokemon. It can use Cut, it can use Rock Smash as a move, and then it's a very good HM Pokemon. It's gonna be it for now. 3:18 in the game. It's gonna be my pause point.